Unexplained mysteries that will break your reality. Are you ready to question everything you thought you knew? These chilling real-life mysteries from across the U.S. have no explanation, no answers, and no escape. Some of them might even make you wonder if reality is as stable as it seems. Let's begin. Number 1. The Call That Shouldn't Exist, Houston, Texas, 2019. What if someone called you after they were gone? At exactly 3:12 a.m., Ethan Carter's phone rang. It was his wife's number, but that was impossible. She had died in a car accident 3 days ago. Shaking, he answered. Silence. Then, a whisper. Ethan, don't go to work tomorrow. The call ended. Frozen in shock, he checked his call log. No record of the call. The number wasn't in his recent history. The next morning, he ignored the warning. He got in his car, turned onto the freeway, and watched in horror as an 18-wheeler barreled through the exact spot where he would have been. If he had left just seconds earlier, he wouldn't have survived. He tried calling his wife's number back. This number is no longer in service. So, who or what called him? Number 2. The Mirror That Shows Something Else, Savannah, Georgia, 2020. What if your reflection wasn't really you? Mia Hastings bought an antique mirror at a flea market. The seller hesitated before handing it over. It's an old mirror. Be careful. That night, she set it up in her bedroom. But something was off. Her reflection blinked. After she did, heart pounding, she tested it again. She raised her left hand, her reflection raised the right. Then, it smiled. Mia hadn't moved her lips. She covered the mirror, terrified. But the next morning, the sheet was on the floor, and scrawled across the glass, in reverse, was a message. Let me in. Number 3. The Town That Fades Away, Montana, 2015. What if you found a town that wasn't supposed to exist? Mark and Lisa were road tripping through Montana when they saw a sign, Welcome to Dunham. They needed gas, so they pulled in. The town was eerily silent. The gas station looked frozen in time, 1950s cars, old-fashioned signs, but no people. Lisa snapped a picture. That's when they heard footsteps behind them. They turned. Nothing. Panicked, they jumped in their car and sped off. But when they checked the GPS, Dunham wasn't on the map. Even stranger, when they looked at Lisa's photo later, the gas station was there. But the town behind it? Completely gone. Number 4. The Radio That Knows Your Name, Chicago, Illinois, 2018. What if a voice on the radio was talking just to you? Ben Parker was driving home late when his car radio started static. Then, a voice cut through. Ben, you forgot to lock your back door. He nearly swerved off the road. His radio wasn't even on. Shaking, he called his roommate. Go check the back door. Silence. Then, a whisper through the phone. Too late. When he got home, the back door was wide open. Nothing was stolen, but someone had been there, listening, waiting. Number 5. The Hotel Floor That Doesn't Exist, New Orleans, Louisiana, 2014. What if you got off on the wrong floor, and it was never there? Samantha checked into the St. Vincent Hotel for a conference. Her key card was for the 5th floor. But when she stepped into the elevator, it stopped at 6. The doors opened. The hallway was pitch black. The air was freezing, and then the elevator door slammed shut behind her. She ran down the hall searching for stairs, but the doors were all fake, just painted on the walls. Then she saw it. A room at the end of the hall, light seeping from under the door. She knocked. The door creaked open, revealing an exact replica of her hotel room. Same suitcase, same clothes, same her, standing inside, smiling. She screamed, the lights flickered, and suddenly she was back in the elevator. The doors opened. 5th floor. She ran to the front desk, breathless. You said this hotel only has 5 floors? The clerk nodded. Then, what's on 6? The clerk's face went pale. Ma'am, we don't have a 6th floor. Number 6. The man who was buried alive? Twice. Denver, Colorado, 1997. What if you died? But you didn't. Henry Lawson was declared dead after a heart attack in 1997. His funeral was held. His casket was lowered. But when his grave was reopened 12 years later for his wife's burial, his coffin was empty. No signs of tampering, no disturbances. Just gone. To this day, Henry Lawson is still missing. Or worse, he's still out there. Number 7. The Street That Shouldn't Exist. Los Angeles, California, 2021. What if you took a turn onto a street that was never there? Nate was driving home when his GPS rerouted him down Blackwell Lane. The street was narrow, lined with tall looming houses. But something was wrong. No windows. No doors. Just endless black facades. Then he saw them. Figures. Standing in the doorways, motionless, faceless. He floored the gas, but no matter how far he drove, he was still on Blackwell Lane. His phone glitched. The GPS kept repeating, "Turn around." He obeyed. When he turned back onto the main road, Blackwell Lane was gone, and so was half an hour of his life. Time. He never got back. Which mystery haunts you the most? Tell us in the comments. If you're still here, and remember, and don't look behind you. Number 8. The Passenger Who Was Never There, Phoenix, Arizona, 2016. What if someone got into your car but they were never really there? Daniel, a rideshare driver, got a request at 3 a.m., a man named Lucas. The pickup spot? A cemetery. He hesitated as the fare was high. He pulled up and saw a figure already waiting. Lucas slid into the back seat, tall, pale, silent. Where to? Daniel asked. No response, just breathing. He started driving, checking the mirror. But with every glance, Lucas looked different, his face subtly changing. Then, just as suddenly as he had appeared, he was gone. The back seat was empty. Daniel's phone buzzed. He checked the app. The ride had been canceled. There was no record of Lucas, no payment, no trip. But the seatbelt was still buckled. Number 9. The House That Wasn't There Yesterday, Boston, Massachusetts, 2022. What if you woke up and your neighbor's house had disappeared? Kara had lived next to the Hendersons for years. She waved to them every morning, but one day she woke up, and their house was gone. Not demolished, not abandoned, just vanished. The lot was empty, as if nothing had ever been there. Confused, she asked her landlord, "The Hendersons?" Never heard of them. She checked her phone, all her photos of their house. Missing. Her texts with Mrs. Henderson. Deleted. The only proof she had left. A single crumpled Christmas card she found under her couch. The handwriting read, "We never left, Kara. Please don't forget us." Number 10. The Door That Only Opens at 3:33 a.m. Seattle, Washington, 2018. What if a door in your home led somewhere else? David rented a small apartment downtown. The building was old, creaky floors, flickering lights, but cheap. One night, at exactly 3:33 a.m., he woke up to a sound, a door unlocking, but not his front door. His closet door was open. Inside was a staircase. That made no sense. His apartment was on the top floor. There was nothing above him. He stepped inside. The stairs led to a dimly lit hallway, stretching far beyond the size of his building. At the end, a figure, standing, waiting. David turned and ran back. When he slammed the closet door behind him, the staircase was gone. The next night at 3:33 a.m., the door opened again. This time, footsteps echoed from the stairs, and they were coming toward him. Which one haunted you the most? Tell us in the comments, if you dare. And remember, some doors should never be opened. Before you go, if you enjoyed these mind-bending, reality-breaking mysteries, then hit that like button, or else one of these stories might just find you. Share this with someone who thinks they don't scare easily. Let's see if they can sleep tonight. And